Here's another tip for y'all. Everybody fishes spinnerbaits. You can't even really consider yourself a great bass fisherman if you haven't mastered the spinnerbait. So here's the deal. Everybody has these standard spinnerbaits with the Colorado and blue leaf blade, or you might have a double willow. Pretty much everybody has those. Your standard larger spinnerbaits like this. They're used on bass, they're used on pike. You can get the little small ones, the micro ones that work on crappie, trout. But what you are not being told is what kinds of spinnerbaits or how many different kinds there are, in addition to blade shapes and all kinds of other things. This one is actually a mini-me spinnerbait. This is made by Spot Sticker, I think. And what's special about these are that the weights are actually hidden on, and the weight is molded into the hook shank. This is, believe it or not, a 3/4 ounce spinnerbait. While being significantly smaller than your standard size one. What makes these special is that, first of all, they stay down towards the bottom better. If you're having trouble keeping a spinnerbait low in the water column, this will help with that. Also, with it being smaller and more compact, it works better on fish that have smaller mouths, like your smallmouth and spotted bass. Also, they do a good job at being fished faster. On your standard baits, if you fish a lot of these spinnerbaits too fast, you can blow them out. They'll come out of the water, or they'll turn and twist and roll over, some of them that are just not built well. With these hidden weight spinnerbaits, they have a much better center of gravity and they'll stay down better. Also, you get smaller blades. This is a 3/4 ounce spinnerbait versus, I believe, either a 1/2 ounce or a 3/8, whichever one this is. And you can tell the difference in the size of those blades. This is a overall smaller bait, and it does a better job when the bait fish around you are smaller too. Another good thing that you can do with these is fishing them on forward-facing sonar better than you can with your standard spinnerbaits. These really, I believe, tend to lend themselves better just, going down the bank and fishing for fish that you can't see. On forward-facing sonar, this does a good job on the herring lakes and a lot of other places where you're looking at the bait the whole time. I like to find a brush pile offshore, even in the summertime. Throw this bait out, let it sink down, and the second you see them coming up out of there and making their way towards it, you burn that handle as fast as you can, and those fish will chase this thing down and eat it. Like I said, a great river fishing bait if you like the river fish for smallmouth or spotted bass here down south. Great river fishing lure. They're not very affected by the current. Only thing bad about them is that you can't add a trailer on them because of that molded lead there. But there's not really any reason to put any trailer on there because you're trying to imitate something smaller in the first place. So that's your tip for the day. If you're on a gizzard shad lake, you got big largemouth, I'd go more for the standard spinnerbait. Smallmouth, spots, this one.